I'm going to knock you out in 9 days' time.
I do think there's not going to be much he can do to stop me from beating him.
Be my commands at all time. Defend yourselves at all time. God bless, touch gloves.
First round Smith, second round level, third round Eubank. Good shots there from Eubank. This is a good round for Eubank.
Good right hand there from Smith, timed it well.
Let's go with the left hand. Eubank catches a left hand and down he goes in the blue corner. That was utterly extraordinary. And then it was all over. Unbelievable scenes at the Manchester Arena.
You want me to say it, don't you? You know what you did.
And what did I do?
You know exactly what you did. You know exactly what you did. And listen, I'm not mad at it. It's a fight. It was my fault. I should have, protect yourselves at all times. I didn't do that. But make no mistake, this next fight here, I'm going to be a different animal.
We go again. Another big fight night, June the 17th, Manchester, box office show. Eubank Jr. gets his chance to revenge that loss to Liam Smith.
Yeah,
to get it over the line.
It's strange because when the rematch clause was first put in, I was kicking and screaming. I was like, no, this is why would there be a rematch? I was literally trying to stop that happening. Then they activated it. I was like, I was thinking, why are we doing this again? We can go and do a world title for Liam Smith, or we can fight whoever we want now. But now it's here, and you see a Eubank Jr. with a different demeanour, knowing that everything's on the line, knowing that possibly his career's on the line at that very top level for the big fights. It's a bigger fight than the first one. The first one felt a bit like the Eubank Jr. show. For whatever reason, the casual fans did not believe Liam Smith was going to win. Now they know that he can win, and win emphatically. I think we're in for an absolute monster.
Who took it away from you, Chris?
The referee.
So if the referee let you go on, Roy was on the apron with a towel, you do know that, don't you?
I will be telling Roy from now on, don't ever bring a towel to any of my fights ever again. Don't even worry about my brow if there's sweat. Because like I said, as a man who's getting paid millions to fight each and every time he steps into the ring, I have a responsibility to take my beating if that's what is going to happen. We both got robbed there. He got robbed of, the opportunity to finish me conclusively. And that could have happened, And I got robbed of the opportunity to overcome that bad, instance and to maybe come back and win the fight, And that's what the fans really want to see.
You got given your chance after the first knockdown, Chris. You couldn't walk. You walked 5 steps. You fell 5 steps forward, and he gave you the chance. It could have been stopped off the first knockdown, but you got given the chance you're asking for. You got given the respect because of your chin. Anybody else who stumbles 5 steps after being knocked down gets stopped on the spot.
I was buzzed, but I knew what was going on. When the referee stopped the fight, I knew the decision had been made. I knew I wasn't going to be able to overturn it. But in my mind, I was like, okay, the fight's done. I can't have him walking away from this fight thinking that he made me quit. So I walked over and I stood in front of him. I just wanted to look at him and let him know, hey, listen, I'm still here. I'm still ready to go. In my opinion, he didn't stop me. The referee stopped me. I got up and I wanted to keep going, and he denied me that.
You're going to want to keep going because you're a fighter, but you couldn't keep going, and everyone in this room will tell you couldn't keep going.
I mean, everyone in this room doesn't know what I go through on a daily basis. Listen, you won the fight. Now it's up to me to prove what I'm saying is correct, that I am the better fighter, and that it was a once-in-a-lifetime thing, which it was, because that's never happened in my lifetime. I've never touched the canvas before. You did it. I give you the credit for that. The exciting thing now is that we get a chance to run it back and to see if it wasn't just a lucky shot, a lucky combination, a lucky elbow, whatever you want to call it. If you do it again, then my hat comes off to you. You are the better man, and there's no argument.
Final prediction?
No.
like I said before, I knew I was a better fighter than Chris. You know, and I can hit him quite handy at 160. So, you know, I'm massively confident, even more confident in this fight now. Same venue, same result, same outcome. I'm confident. I was confident beforehand, and you know, I said I'll beat him once, I'll beat him twice, and I still stand by it.
I was going to say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You haven't got to change anything. He actually has got to change a lot. You know, the last fight was very conclusive, the way that you won it. How does he overcome that?
Yeah, look, like I say, you wouldn't think he's got to change anything by the sound of him up at a press conference, but, you know, boxers, ex-fights like yourself, people in boxing know he's got to change a lot. He's got to change a lot and coming into this, and I don't know if he can. So I'm interested to see what he comes with this time.
What did you make of his approach there, coming there in that press conference? Because it surprised me with some of the answers that he gave and the reasons why he lost that fight. What did you make of it?
Look, I just expected all the types of little games and excuses and whatnot, but he brought a few cheerleaders with him today who laughed at everything he said, so it was kind of a funny press conference. It turned into a funny one, like not much arguing, not much banter. You know, Chris said a few things, got a load of laughs off a few people he brought with him, so it was kind of a funny press conference, if you know what I mean. But he made as light of the stoppage as he could, because he had to do something like that. But he can only convince the people around him. He can't convince the public. He can't convince, you know, the people in boxing, because everybody knows what happens. Everybody knows. You know, he's saying the referee robbed him. Wow, you got given the biggest chance in boxing after the first knockdown, and you know, if the referee didn't rob you, Roy Jones was throwing the towel in too. So, you know, you need to speak to your own team before you start blaming referees.
I'm a man on a mission. I have a new lease of life. I have a new fire that's been lit up underneath me, because I'm in a situation which I've never been in, which is having to rematch a man who now has a win over me. It's uncharted territory, and I'm excited to accept the challenge. Mental strength, you know, confidence, and the ability, or the belief in your own abilities. I know what I am. I know what I can do. I know I can overcome the struggles that come with boxing. Sometimes things don't go your way, and you have to accept that as a fighter and as a man. It didn't go my way on the night. It will go my way in the rematch.
You got caught with a good shot. You got up too quick. Maybe it's never happened to you before. You think now you've learned from your mistakes and you can right the wrongs.
Absolutely, I can right the wrongs. Learn from my mistakes. I've definitely learned. I've learned that I can be buzzed. You know, I've learned that I can be rocked, whatever you want to call it. It's never happened to me in a professional fight before. It happened that night. You know, I know that I can keep going. I know that I can get back up immediately and try and get my own shots off again. I'm not the guy that's looking for a way out when things get tough, which a lot of fighters these days are doing. Shout out to Billy Joe Saunders. So yeah, it's going to be a great fight. It's going to be a very important and serious fight for me now, because yeah, he has a stoppage win over me, and you know, I cannot let him have another one. I cannot let him beat me twice. That would be, you know, it's all good and well saying, oh, you know, he beat me once, he got lucky, whatever you want to say, but if he beats you twice, you've got no leg to stand on. He's the better man.
And a fascinating fight that is on the undercard. Chief support is Savannah Marshall. She steps up to 168 to a super middleweight to take on Franchón Crews, a girl that she knows well. They boxed in the amateurs, in the Olympic trials. They get the chance to go over it again. A friend of Clarissa Shields. But this is a good fight, a great fight.
Yeah, it's got the story ready-made, hasn't it? But it's look, Savannah Marshall was one of our first signings, and as a company, we couldn't be more proud of Savannah Marshall. When we picked her up, she never headlined the show. She's now become one of the most recognisable sportswomen in the UK, and she sold out the O2 and gave us a night that we could have never imagined in October. To then come off the back of that and that defeat and what it would have done to her confidence, and say, you know what? I've learned from that. I know I can't get the rematch, but I'm going to go up in weight and take the hardest fight available straight away. Credit to her, special woman, and really excited for that fight, because it really is all or nothing.
And another reason for me you know, wanting to dance with Franchón. How can I go after losing my world title? How can I go back down to 8 rounds when, you know, fans have supported me all over the country, people from Hartlepool, the North East, travelling all the way down to London? How then can I jump into an 8-rounder and want to build myself again? I believe I'm at world level, and these are the sort of fights that I want. I am very confident that I win. I'm not underestimating Franchón. Like I said, she's a tough, rugged, very experienced fighter, but I believe I beat her.
Can I say one thing? I know you guys on the time. Let me say something. See, this is the difference. I'm going to tell you the difference right here, right now between me and Savannah. The fact that you think you get dog walk your last fight and think you get another shot. To have that inclination, I never had that luxury. So you fighting and you keep thinking you gonna walk over me and you're gonna act like this isn't happening right here. It's gonna be a long night for you. That's all I could tell you. We fight for 2 different things. Because for me, even when I win, I lose. When you lose, you get babysat. You get pushed. Oh, I get another opportunity. I want the rematch. Nah, like this title, like the poster say, all or nothing. You ain't got nothing. I got it all, and I'm gonna keep it.
It's going to be a good fight. This, you know, styles make fights. Franchón Crews comes in. You know, she's big, strong, loves a fight. So, you know, it'll be an all-action fight. This is, like I say, for women's boxing, it's fantastic. It's a fantastic fight.
Well, Franchón, we get the big fight that you've been wanting for some time now against Savannah Marshall, someone who you've got a little bit of history with, boxed way back when in the amateurs, and now it's for the undisputed super middleweight titles, your titles. How excited are you to be here boxing in England on June the 17th?
I'm happy. I mean, I'm a woman of my word. I came, I said, I'll give you a shot. Now we're here. Shout out to BOXXER, Sky, the Heavy Hitting Diva Promotions, and we're making it happen. You ain't gonna like me, but I'm gonna make you love me. And every time you boo me, I'm gonna hit her hard. You gonna love me when it's done, in the words of Mike Tyson. I'm gonna hit you till you love me.
Yeah, 100%. It's a massive fight for all the belts. She's another American, so it's Britain versus America. She's coming over here and it's on a pay-per-view event, so it's huge.